G'day friends, and welcome back to our next make and take. This time it's vickywright, Independent Stampin' Up Demonstrator Australia. Just bear with me while I fix this and make sure that everything's straight and not crooked. I'm very good at getting everything crooked. So this time round we're going to be playing with the gorgeous Stars at Night bundle, along with the Shining Brightly DSP as well. I'll just find it. Both from the annual catalogue, from the mini catalogue. So this is it here. This is the paper. Oh, lost me paper. Here it is. So it's the Shining Brightly, this paper, excuse me, ribbon, the adhesive back star trinkets, and our Stars at Night bundle. Okay, yeah, this one. So, and with all these classes, it's the same with all the classes. To earn the PDF tutorial, all you have to do is place a $30 order in my online store to receive the PDF tutorial. Place a $50 order and you'll get the kit and PDF tutorial. That's 2 of each design. And spend $60 and you'll get this self-adhesive backed, what are they called? Adhesive back star trinkets, yeah. Okay, so we've got a thick, very vanilla base card. This is the card we're going to be creating. Okay, again, very easy, very simple. We've got a little strip of gold foil. Now we've got a piece, I don't know where I've got that, but a couple of pieces of the gorgeous DSP. Now the DSP has one pattern. There's no pattern on the opposite sides, and it is foiled on the side that you do get. It's gorgeous actually. So, okay, now I thought I had pre-done a few things, but obviously I haven't, so we will have to do that. Okay, let's grab a block and we'll grab our leaves. Now you get 2 leaves and we're going to use both. Okie dokie. So, I'm just going to grab these smaller ones, I think. So we'll put one on that one and one on that one. Okay, so let's get organised, eh? First up, that's our scrap. That must be our scrap for our leaves. So we'll put that aside. We'll put that up there. We don't need that. And then let's get organised. Now, with when I'm using the foil sheets, I tend not to use glue. I tend to use the Stampin' Seal or the Stampin' Seal Plus. It's up to you what you want to use. I just find it's not as messy. In saying that, I've got a mess everywhere. So let's get this going. I'm just going to take this. I should have my silicone mat down, shouldn't I? Okay. So all we're going to do is stick this piece of DSP to the piece of gold foil, and and we're going to leave a little bit showing along the top. Okay, once we've done that, then we can bring in our glue, our liquid glue, and we can apply our liquid glue to the back side of the DSP and to the back side of the foil sheets. Bring in our piece of Very Vanilla. Sorry, let's straighten this up, eh? And we're just going to put it down right along the bottom and along the sides so that it's nice and neat. Just like that. And we're going to grab our scissors and we're going to even them up. Now you can do this with your paper trimmer if you want to, but I'm just going to use our scissors. Just like that. Then we will grab this piece. Oh, I suppose I could bring our card in, eh? That would help. So we're going to team the papers with Very Vanilla this time. So we're going to layer this, excuse me, onto a piece of Night and Navy. Very chic, very smart, rich looking. And then we'll bring in our base card. As I said, it's thick Very Vanilla. If you don't have thick Very Vanilla, just use your normal Very Vanilla cardstock. It doesn't have to be thick. Because you're layering it, it's going to end up nice and strong anyhow. Then we will adhere this piece to our base card. I hope you've enjoyed all the projects so far. I know I've enjoyed creating them. And don't forget to share them in our Facebook group, because I'd love to see them. And you don't have to use what I've used, just use the same layouts and create your own, do your own take on it. So then we've already done this shape. So what we'll do is we'll stamp this, eh? And we're going to stamp it in Night and Navy. Merry Christmas. Now, I know it's a photopolymer and you can see through it, but I still like to see how straight I have it. And another thing too, I suppose I should have my phone mat, but we'll see how we go. I did stamp further towards the right side, only because I'm putting the bow on here. And then we will pop this up now. So we'll put that there. Excuse me. I've got a bit of an allergy and it just seems to be hanging around. Put one there. We'll just pop that up, making sure that's nice and straight. We're just going to pop it smack bang in the middle, just like that. And we can tie our bow. This ribbon is the Night and Navy and Gold glittered ribbon. It's beautiful actually. It's just so pretty. And all we're going to do is just tie a small bow. I think this is my second roll actually. We've done a lot of classes with it. And again, I'm just playing until I can get it to sit right. This isn't sitting right. I just keep playing. Sometimes I will get a bit carried away and forget. And once you're happy with your bow, grab your scissors and just trim the ends, eh? Then what we'll do is grab a couple of mini glue dots. I'm just fixing this up here. Not that you're going to be able to see it. Okay, we're going to grab a couple of mini glue dots. I'm only putting a couple on it because sometimes with ribbon, I like to make sure that it's held down really well. And we're just going to put that there like that. I probably could have done the bow a little bit smaller, but that's okay. Then we're going to stamp our leaves. So we'll bring in our scrap of Very Vanilla, grab our Night and Navy ink, tap, 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 not too much. Just like that. I'll put that aside so I don't end up with it everywhere. And what do I do with our sentiment? Tap, tap, tap. And I didn't get all that right. Just like that. Okay. Then what we're going to do is grab our dies. So just bear with me till I find them. Stars at night. Just set that up. Now I've got to go off and do my die cutting. So these are our dies, okay? And we're going to grab this one and this one. So I've got to go off to just to the side and do our die cutting, only because my tables are very, well, they wobble because they're not very strong. And I don't like to die cut on this table when we're filming. So just bear with me for a couple of minutes and we'll get this done. Oops. You can probably hear it wobbling from there, but so that's one done. And we'll do our next one. This is the smaller one. Just line it up so that it's nice and straight. I didn't do too good a job of that one, but I might do that again, eh? Just bear with me, because I know I'm not going to be happy with that. And to tell you the truth, I think I rushed it a little bit. So we'll just flick it over and we'll just do it once more. That back over there so they're all together. So this is the smaller one of the two. And let's fingers crossed now that we get this straight. Okay, just bear with me please, thank you. I'm making sure I get it nice and straight this time. So fingers and toes crossed that I've got it straight. Oh, that's a bit better. That's a lot better. Oops, sorry. So we'll put that aside. As I said, they're our dies. They're a nice set of dies actually. And then throw that in the bin. Oh, what do I do with the other one now? Oh, here it is. Thought I might have thrown it in the bin. Be handy, eh? Just got a couple of marks there. Just see if I can rub that out. Yeah. Now what we're going to do is grab a couple of mini dimensionals. I did have them here, so what have I done with them? Here they are. Oh, we're nearly at the end. Okay. And we're going to pop these up, eh? So we're just going to put a couple along the back. I'm not going to worry about the bottom. We're just going to put that under there like that. Pop that up. Same thing. We're just going to put a couple on the back. Oops. And we'll just pop that there like that. Okie dokie. So then what we will do is grab our, which I don't have. I was going to do the inside, but we'll leave that for later because I don't have the layers here, so that's okay. We can put those in there to do later. I'll show the inside of this one. To finish this card off, then what we're going to do is grab our star trinkets, and I've just got enough, would you believe? Look at that. We'll grab a big one and we'll put that smack bang here, making sure that it's nice and straight, and press down. Grab a little one. Put that there like that. and grab another little one. And we're just going to offset that up just a little bit higher. Just like that, eh? And press down. And that is our first card. So I hope you've enjoyed that. So this is the inside of it, and that's all I've done. I've just laid a piece of Very Vanilla onto Night and Navy. I actually stuck a scrap of the DSP excuse me, onto the Night and Navy before gluing it inside. And then I've just glued it on the inside of the base card. Okay, so that's our card there. So we'll just put that aside for the moment. And we'll bring in our next card. And this one, this time, is using the same colours, Night and Navy, but this time we've teamed it up with Basic White. Okay, now all our scoring is done. We've got lots and lots of little bits and pieces. And this is what, I think this is called a column or a box card. So it stands up like that. I don't know whether you can see that, but that's how it stands up, like a little box. What you could also do too, if you wanted to, is actually create a box. So put an end on here and put an end on here, and you could fill this up with Ferrero Rochers. That'd be perfect, actually. I just thought of that. We might have to do something about that. But that's just another idea. And then what happens is it will fold flat for your envelope. So this is a card we're going to be creating. Okay, so we'll just put that there. And we'll just grab all our bits and pieces. Put all them aside. What we want is all these pieces here. So let's do them first. Excuse me. So I have pre-cut all our pieces that we need. So we'll stick all these pieces down. Again, this is the Shining Brightly DSP. It's gorgeous, this DSP. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I only need 3 pieces, I think. Don't know why I've got 4. Okay. So let's stick all this down, eh? Whoops. Now, you could use whatever adhesive you're most comfortable with, but I prefer the liquid glue. Then we're going to bring in our pieces of Basic White. And again, this card would be perfect for any occasion, so it doesn't have to be just for Christmas, okay? And that's one. We actually did this in our class last Monday. They loved it. That's 2. And I should have another piece here. So you only really need 3 because we're not going to see the 4th side, okay? So I wouldn't worry about cutting a 4th piece. And then what we'll do is stick this piece down as well. This is for the inside of our card. So again, it's a quick and easy card, but it's just a bit of a fun fold. I just saw this, I think I saw it on Pinterest, and I just sat down and worked it out. So that's that. Then what we're going to do is bring in our base card, and we are going to burnish along all our score lines, okay, and it's concertina. So that's that one. And again, make sure that they are nice and burnished. If you do it that way, they will sit a lot better. I think this is, or does it all go one way? Yeah, it all goes one way, sorry. It's not concertina. Because it just folds over, that's right. Three, and then the last one. And if you burnish your scored lines nicely, it looks a little bit more professional, and it does sit a lot better. There you go. And what will happen is, to form the box, it just goes like that. How easy peasy is that? Okay, so now what we're going to do is stick our 3 panels down. 1, 2, 3, yeah. I just want to make sure I've got them all right. Are they the right size? Yeah. It'd be funny I did it and they were all the wrong size, wouldn't it? Oh well, we just start again. It happens. One. Three. So just put these aside. Careful not to put glue on them. Bring in our base card. Now again, I've only left a very narrow border around of Night and Navy showing. The secret is to get your basic white layers even. So they should be all nicely even across the top and along the bottom. And that way your card will look nice. Just like that, okay? And just gently press these strips down. Then what you're going to do is put a little bit of glue on this one, but only up to that scored line, okay? Not past that scored line. And you're going to fold your box over so that this one sits at the score line, and then just folds it, folds it over like that, making sure the edge of the box fits along that middle score line, and the top and the bottom are straight, and that's how it should sit then. So then what I do is I will just grab my bone folder and I'll go along the back. That way, you know, it's nice, it's going to stick nice and even. That's it. I was going to say it's not sitting, but it is. And if you've scored it and burnished it correctly, it will sit, these two pieces will sit flat. Okay? So that is our box. Like that. Magic, eh? Then this piece, now I was just going to say, I know I've done this piece too wide, but I've done that on purpose so that I didn't have it too short. So all we're going to do is chop off a bit. So I might chop off about 1/8 to begin with, but I think it'd be about 1/4 of an inch. But I want to do it a little bit at a time so that I know, yeah, it might even be more than 1/4. I might just try there, so that I know I'm not chopping it too short. And we'll just go probably 1/16, I think. So that's and that looks pretty good to me because I've got a nice narrow border along the right side, and I've got a little bit of a border down the left side. Now you can do it narrower if you wanted to, but I think that'll do it, eh? So we're just going to stick this down now. Now, if you wanted to, you could do an extra piece of basic white to put, I'll show you in a minute, I'll just do this. There. I've got that narrow bit of night and navy showing all around the side. Now, if you wanted to, you could easily do another piece of basic white and put it on the back for your greeting and writing, okay? But this time, we're just going to leave it like that. Now this piece is for the envelope, so we'll do our envelope now. You've got to have matchy-matchy. Now, if you didn't want DSP, again, you could stamp your envelope, or where I've got that DSP showing down this side, you could have stamped that too if you wanted to. Entirely up to you. So that's done. And of course, I haven't done our star, so we'll do our star. We need our big block, and we need our stamp set. When you do extras like this, don't throw them out. Put them in your stamp set, and you may find that you will use them, and they're always there for later on. So we're going to stamp this in night and navy onto a piece of basic white, and again I should have my foam mat, but I can't seem to see it. I thought I had grabbed it, but you know what thought. So we're just going to tap that. Put that down there like that. Pretty. And we're going to die cut this. Now, with the dies, there is a great big die with 3 stars, and this die will fit that one, okay? So that's what we're going to do. So just bear with me while we go and die cut this. It won't be long. I don't want it to move. going to use the matching hybrid folder, and what these are is you can die cut and emboss at the same time. So if you, not going to work, what am I trying to do? If you put that in there like that, remembering you're going to got a piece of cardstock, just wait till I fix this up. I hope that's better. Remember you've got a piece of cardstock in there, put your die in there, it will slot in, you can feel it. Put that over there like that and run that through your Stampin' Cut emboss machine, and it will emboss and cut at the same time. But in this instance, I've done it a little bit different in that I only wanted the large star. So what we're going to do is just place that there like that, making sure it's nice and straight and it fits in. Just like that. Take that over there like that. Actually, I tend to do it this way. I just find it slots in a little bit better. Okay, just like that. Does that look right? Still doesn't look right. Let's go this way. See what happens. That's better. Okay, so you can feel that slotting in. Then we're going to close that up. Just like that. And we're going to run that through our Stampin' Cut emboss machine, just as if we're embossing our our cardstock. So it's a 3D, which means we need plate 4. And it will come out embossed. Now, well, I could have done it the other way so that I had it cut and embossed at the same time, but I've chosen to do it that way. Then what I've done is I've already pre-die cut this shape, the star shape, with gold foil. And we're just going to stick that down there like that, okay? Just exactly what our original card says. Now you could put a mini glue dot there. You could use your fine tip glue, but in this instance all I'm doing, clear and use the adhesive sheets, but I'm just adding a little bit of a thin line. And we're just sticking that down there like that. How easy does that look? How pretty does that look? Bring in, I've already pre-die cut this star shape, and that's it there, okay? So I've done that with basic white, and again, all we're going to do is add a little bit of glue in the middle. I just like to let my ends hang loose. And we're just going to pop this sort of in the middle where we can see all the points of this white star. That looks pretty good to me. I'll just manoeuvre that a little bit. That's better. Just play around with it until you're happy with it. We're going to get a dimensional, a standard one, if I can find them. What did I do with them? And all I'm doing is putting one smack bang in the middle. Okay, grab our card. and it's on this top one because that's where it's going to open up like that. So we want it on this top one. And because we're putting our sentiment towards the top, we're going to put that sort of towards the bottom a little bit. Okay, just like that. Then we'll grab, I don't even have a strip. I was going to say we'll grab a strip of basic white. Just a scrap, you don't need much. And we're going to stamp our sentiment. Now this sentiment is a really long one, but you know what? You can do anything with your sentiments. So we're just going to tap, tap, tap that with Night and Navy ink, making sure it's all covered. Press down. I might do that celebrating just again. So I think I've tapped, tapped, tapped just a little bit too heavy. So let's do it again, eh? Just put that aside for the moment. So we'll just tap, tap, tap a little bit lighter this time, making sure we get all our image covered. Making sure it's nice and straight. Hoping I haven't got my head in the way. And that's a little bit better. Much happier with that. Close that up. Grab our scissors. You could use your paper trimmer if you wanted to, but all we're going to do is chop. So that our ends are nice and straight. You can do this to any image too, sentiment. And we're just going to do that. So we'll bring in, actually what I'm going to do, this will do. I was going to go and get our adhesive strips, but I think these will do. 1, 2, 3. So I'll put this on the small one. It's just a little bit quicker than putting separate dimensionals on each piece. And as I said, you could use your adhesive strips too if you wanted to, but this works the same way. We'll take the backs off these. And we will put our sentiment on. Oh, wrong card. And I'm not worrying too much if they're not straight. I think in this instance it looks a little bit better if they're just that slightly crooked. And being part of the DSP being foil, it's easy to replace it, pull it off and replace it. Okay, and that is our card. But of course, we've got to finish it off with some star trinkets. So we've got a new pack here. And I'm just going to pick this up with my fingers. And I've used the bigger one. And we're just going to pop that smack bang in the middle of our card, of our star. Okay, so there are our two cards. That one is Night and Navy and Basic White. our fun fold. As I said, it's a box or a column card, and you could easily make an end for both these and throw in a pack of Ferrero shares. They'd fit nicely. And then this was our first card that we still have to do the middle for, using Night of Navy and Very Vanilla. Okie dokie. So the tutorials will be available in my tutorial and kits page on my blog, and you can also earn the tutorial by purchasing, placing an order before Friday the 4th of November. Okay, so we'll be back shortly with our next class. Okay, thanks. See ya. All right.